And again, different people classify different things as the best, right? Some people could classify the best as, hey, it's longevity, it's consistency, right? If that's the case, then you have to give it to LeBron. Now, if you define it as we talked about meeting your potential fully, aka expressing yourself as authentically as you can and being as close to 100% as you can get. I believe that Kobe took his path to maximize the God-given talents that he had and did the best with what he had and got as far as he could get. And I feel that extended outside of basketball for him. I mean, he went out, he invested in body armor. He made more money off of his investment in body armor than he made in his entire NBA career. He decided he was going to be the best girl dad he can be. And he put in all that effort to just make sure that people know it's like, hey, I'm Kobe. I'm a badass on the court, but it's like, I'm going to be like the softie, the father to my daughters when it comes down to it. I went on and won a fucking Oscar.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, which just goes to show that in everything that you do in life, how close to 100% of yourself can you express? And by expressing 100% of yourself, I believe that you inspire other people to express 100% of themselves. And I believe that when two people come together who are fully expressing themselves authentically, then there's no guessing games when it comes to choosing. It's like, hey, like I meet you, David. I'm being 100% of myself. If you don't like me, that's okay. If you love me, that's great. You're being 100% of yourself. Hey, if I don't like you, that's okay. But if I love you, that's great, right? And then all of a sudden, it's like I see you, and I'm like, that guy right there. Him and I vibe. We're going to be friends because he's shown me who he is.
Yeah.
And I accept him for who he is. But not only do I accept him for who he is, I love him for who he is. And I'm excited for us to be in each other's path of growth, in each other's journey. And like, it's going to be cool to like revisit this type of conversation like a year from now or 2 years from now or 5 years from now, and just sit there and think like where we are in our life paths, like how far we've come, how long we've known each other, and just how many things within us have transformed while still sticking to as close to 100% of authenticity as we can be.
I love that, man. Yeah, I mean, time is, we're growing, and we got to keep growing. And I think there's people that grow a whole lifetime in one day, and there's people that go a whole lifetime and they don't really grow. So again, it's just about, every day, and it takes work. Like it's not easy. I mean, it's challenging because the body pulls very strongly, and the body loves comfort, and it's the opposite of change. It's homeostasis. We need to stay put, and you gotta find that engine to push through and desire more and more change. But again, from a place of that unique spark, that unconditionalness, because I think it's more about peeling back layers than adding more, right?
I think when we're born, like, I think you're born your complete self.
Yeah.
Right. And then you learn all these different things in your childhood that mask you up, and you get to build all these walls.
Yeah.
And as we become adults, sometimes we build more walls to reinforce the walls that we learned when we were kids.
Yeah.
But the real process is, it's like, hey, I see these walls that I built when I was younger. How do I start knocking them down and returning to the essence of who I was actually born to be?
Yeah. So what does knocking down walls look like?
I think it looks like coming to a level of acceptance and understanding why you are where you are in life, and really seeing that, hey, I got here because of a pattern that I learned when I was, say, 7 years old, and I continued to build on this pattern. I now acknowledge that that pattern likely was not healthy for me. Can I unlearn this pattern? Because when I was born, I was in the womb. As soon as I was born, I wasn't like this. I wasn't here trying to avoid receiving love or avoid receiving understanding from someone. I wasn't here running away from somebody that cared about me. I wasn't here avoiding difficult conversations that would help me grow. Now, granted, obviously, when you're an infant, it's not like you're talking, right? But it's like we grow the most through conversations that are difficult. Like
Yeah.
they say the good friends will tell you what you want to hear, and the great friends will tell you what you don't want to hear.
I recently I was thinking, I was like, 'cause for Loosey Goosey, Ryan, who you know is my business partner, and the most powerful thing, if somebody asks, what's been the most memorable part of the business, it's having a partner and working on yourself.
Yeah.
And if I was to go out and give any advice to any kid my age, or even a gentleman older than me, I would say before you get a girlfriend or get married, go start a business with another dude. Go try to go be in a partnership with another man in business and see how egos clash and see how much comes up. Because it's basically like raising a baby with maybe if the two men have complementary skill sets, and one views this way and one is more of a visionary, one's more, and it's constant friction, but it's coming from a place of love, and have their own both have a shared view of, we need to grow this for other people's sake. And you really have to at times take a step back and relinquish control. There's a story that I heard from a teacher. I really found this story to be so incredibly powerful. So there's a gentleman by the name of Bijan. Bijan. He's a Persian immigrant. There's a store on Rodeo Drive called Bijan. It's a world-renowned designer bag. They always have like a yellow Ferrari or Bugatti outside. And Bijan, when he moved to America, went into a partnership with another gentleman. I don't know the gentleman's name, but the gentleman was the student of this teacher that shared the story with me. And they spent about 1 year trying to build this business. Bijan had the art skill set. He was a designer. He had the creativity. The other gentleman knew business very well. And for 1 year, I don't know if they spent $1 million or whatever. They're really building this business up until, right, grand opening day on Rodeo Drive. This was maybe two decades ago. Two decades ago. And they're ready to open. And you have a Louis Vuitton there, and they're going into a saturated market. Very expensive luxury bags, shoes. And the gentleman on the grand opening day tells Bijan, don't unlock the door. And Bijan says, what? And the gentleman says, trust me, we're going to keep the door locked. And I don't know exactly if it went like that, but figuratively, Bijan must have been outraged. Are you crazy? What's gone into you? We just spent $1 million. We've spent a whole year, grand opening, and now you're telling me keep the front door closed. We're not opening. Now, what does that awaken in a business partner? Confusion, potential opening of distrust. What's going on? Does this guy not have my best intention in mind? Did I make the wrong? So much lack, right? But that stems from not trusting the other person's unique individuality. I trust that Ben is showing up at 100% himself, knows, even though if my logical mind doesn't understand, I trust his 100% spark and uniqueness. What happens? It's a beautiful story. Bijan, the designer store, is the first store on Rodeo Drive that has a sign that says by appointment only. There's no doorman. So all the other stores have a doorman. This one says by appointment only. And they became one of the most successful stores in the whole block and in the whole world. Presidents, politicians, celebrities are flying in to go meet with Bijan to get a bag, whatever. But in hindsight, it makes total sense.